Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond and I'm whole food, plant-based, sofa-free, gluten-free, and I thought I would just jump on a live. I tried some interesting rice sushi, a raw rice sushi recipe. So anyways, I'm just going to show you a little bit about it because if you're as interested as I am, you might want to hear about this. So this particular recipe is called bloomed rice and carrot sushi. And so the first thing I want to show you, oh, hi, Gina. Gina's here. Hi, Gina. Gina, is my head cut off or can you see me okay? Anyways, so yeah, I'm here and this is the rice that I used. Aw, you're sweet. So this is heirloom forbidden rice and Lotus Foods. I get their red rice. In fact, I have it in the cabinet, but this one is the forbidden. They have different kinds and I'm just gonna pour some out so you can kind of see what it looks like right out of the bag. And it looks like rice. I know there was some conversation saying that it might look like a seed, but let me show you if I don't spill it. Let me see. You see, like it's literally rice. So did you see that okay? So anyhow, what you do is you take the rice and you just measure out your amount and you put it in a bowl with water and you just let it soak for 36 hours. Now, before I did that, it also said if you wanted to make it easier for the absorption, you could like nick it by pouring this raw rice into the food processor and just like pulse it a couple of times. And I actually did do that. It was so loud because it's dry, but I did do that and I have nothing to compare it to. Let's see. Hey. Hi, Jesse. Okay, so anyways, then I soaked it and I started soaking it on Friday. So I thought Sunday it would be ready, but here it is, not Sunday. It's way past. And you know what? I decided I'm going to try it anyways. So I took that, I drained it, you let it drain. And then in another container, I took carrots and a golden date. I'm sorry, not a golden date, a golden beet. Carrots, a golden beet, and I used cauliflower because the recipe called for sunchokes and I can't find them in my store anywhere. And I've never actually used those. So look at all my friends. Hello, everybody. And so then I took those things, the carrot, the cauliflower, and the golden beet, and cut them up just a little bit. I stuck it in the Vitamix and I added water and I blended it up until it was kind of, this kind of a consistency. And then you drain it. And then when that's drained and the rice is drained, you mix them together, voila. Okay, so that was that. Then I made two different kinds of sauces. One is a dipping sauce, and it's got horseradish powder in it. Let's see, tahini, maple syrup, coconut aminos, apple cider vinegar, and ginger powder. And I've never had horseradish powder. I went ahead and got some. I found some, and just in case you've never seen it before, I mean, it literally is powder. I was looking for like the actual horseradish that I thought I bought once before, but maybe it was a different root. At any rate, they didn't have that, so it wasn't an option. Oh, yeah, wasabi. Yeah, wasabi would probably work, but I decided to try this, and so I added that in, and I mixed it all up, and here it is. So we had that sauce. And then, oh, no, wait, hold on. What sauce did I show you? I'm sorry. This is the dipping sauce. the tahini, maple syrup, coconut aminos, apple cider vinegar, horseradish powder, and ginger powder. This is the dipping sauce. And then I just put it in the refrigerator while I was continuing to make everything. And I think that you do need to keep stirring it because it kind of gets a little clumpy. This sauce is the spreading sauce. So this one, whoops, and I got a little guy in there, but it's okay. Whoops. Okay, that was a broccoli sprout who jumped in there. And this called for medjool dates, a clove of garlic, and grated ginger. But I ended up using the Date Lady date syrup instead of actual dates. And then I grated the ginger and I grated the garlic, and then add a little water. And here we go. And then for sides, we have some julienne cucumber and red bell pepper and some onion. The recipe called for some microgreens, the radish. I couldn't find radish, so I got the rainbow mix. But you know what? I still have a little bit of broccoli sprouts left. So I thought, well, I'm just going to use that. So let's see if anyone is asking anything. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and use this. And this is a sushi, the nori sheets, but these are the untoasted organic ones. And in the past, I never even knew to look for untoasted or toasted. So anyways, let me get one of these out. And wow, these are really thin compared to the other ones, unless I just feel like that. But anyhow, okay, so we're going to go ahead and make one of these guys. So let me clear some space so you can see what I'm doing. I thought it was so weird. I was thinking, rice that's raw? How's that going to feel in my digestive tract? And I was a little nervous about it, but you know what? I mean, tastes pretty good. And what's interesting is that it's soft like cooked rice. I mean, not completely, but pretty darn close. I'm going to try to do this. I am like one that needs practice with wrapping these, but we'll give it a shot. So let's see. Let me see. Do you guys use this? And if you do you use the shiny side up with the food in it or the dull side up? Shiny or dull? What do you say? Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put the shiny side up because you're gonna say that I should put it the other way. I don't know. And I'm gonna take the this one that we made here, and I'm just gonna take and just brush some of this sauce on here, and don't get it too thick. You just do it kind of, just to coat it a little bit, just for flavor. And I'm going to drip it all over if I just try not to cover it so you could see. And that's it. Just a little dabble do ya. Okay. And then we just start building it. So let me see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you don't remember? Well, I think it's shiny side up. And if I'm wrong, leave a comment and let me know, because there is a way that you're supposed to do it. All right, so then we're going to take this mixture, and it's so colorful and fascinating to me. And I'm just going to kind of just put it on here. And there's nothing holding it together, so it does kind of splash around, but you can fill it. I know that if you fill these normally with too much, then it's hard to wrap, but I tend to overfill them. We'll see what happens now. And to make it really pretty, I would kind of layer it, but then that makes it hard to roll. So this time I'm going to try to do more of like a on top of the rice instead of layering it. And this is just cucumber. These are kind of thicker ones. Let me get some of these. Just put as much as you want. And a lot of people like avocado in their sushi. So if you wanted to do that, like by all means do that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, your guess would be that the shiny side is on the outside. Interesting. Well, I bet you're right. I can't remember, but I'm going with this side. And then I'm going to put the bell peppers on. I always have a hard time cutting them because it doesn't always hold very well for me. And I always think it's my knife, or it's, you know, I've watched different ways that people do it. And I just haven't mastered it quite yet. And for a while, I had this sushi roll thing wrapped in like a plastic wrap. And that didn't work either. So I just took that off. Either way will work. Okay. Okay. So now you just, let's see if I could do this. I'm just going to start to roll it a little bit just to get it caught up. And then I'm going to use this mat thing. I'm just going to try to tuck it under. And the reason for the mat is to kind of help keep it, you know, squeezed and condensed. Although I still have some that is coming out, but I'm going to just keep going here and maybe do a little tucky. And so far it's closed. And now I'm going to just give it a good squeeze. And here we go. Wow, that's pretty. And this little bit here, I'm going to just move out. And this is the, oh, I forgot to put the sprouts in. Well, I'm going to put the sprouts on top then. But I would have put the sprouts in. I moved them out of the way and then I forgot. So you know what? It's like sushi. It's very forgiving. You could do anything that you want. Okay. So I'm going to just move these guys out of the way. And let's see if I can cut this and see what it looks like inside. So a couple of things that I've learned with cutting these. So first of all, I am using a bread knife because the knife that I would like to use is a little dull. So, you know, this is probably not the best choice for sushi, but it's what I'm going with tonight. And so if you cut in the middle first, and I always tend to put one finger on one side to kind of hold it, because if I only hold it on one side, the other side, it tends to like move and tear. So this kind of just gives me a little bit more control. And so, you know, what do you think? Does it look okay? So I think it looks pretty colorful. And so then what I have learned is that once it's cut, you want to kind of, except for the very last pieces, you want to kind of push it into each other because it gives support to the pieces that are cut and it doesn't let all of the goodies fall out. So let's see if we have any questions here. Yeah, drum roll, baby. Okay. Yes, everybody gave a drum roll. Okay, so if you squish them together, and then I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to start on the outside. Hopefully this will work. And I'm just going to cut the outside one, and then I'm going to continue to push it into each other. And I'm just going to try to keep cutting. And then maybe one more, you know, and this is just the way that I do it. I have no, you know, training on this at all, actually. Okay, so there we have our 4 pieces. So I'm going to keep going. This side, let's try not to start at the end and see. I'll show you why I like to kind of start at the end. But for this, we'll just kind of play around with it. See, and so just hold on to it. You know, if you ever been to like a sushi bar, even if you're getting veggie sushi or whatever in the past, if you ate it, I used to watch them and they would have like saran wrap or a plastic wrap, and they would use that and they would cut it and then they would take that off. But, you know, I'm good to try it this way. And you just have to be patient. Okay, so let's see. Normally, if I see how it's kind of coming apart here, let me just, the last piece gets temperamental with me and it's not very tight. So it's kind of falling out here at the end. Whereas this one, I mean, I think this one is more successful, but you know, you could play around with it. Okay, so I got a little plate here and I'm gonna try my best to put it up and display it nicely. If I had cut it through all the way, it should. Do a little bit more. And you know, you just do what you can. Now, another way is you don't have to roll it. You could make it like in a salad and sprinkle everything on top separately and just call it a day, because it's going to taste good no matter how you use it. Okay, so I'm just going to go around here. Oh, that's kind of pretty. And let's go. Darn it. There's a couple that just didn't cut all the way, but that's okay. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Yeah, so do you guys have any questions about this rice? And these are kind of falling apart on this side, but it's okay. I'll just put these last two guys on here and that one up there. Okay, so here we have them. And because I didn't put the broccoli sprouts inside, I'm going to put some on top. And you know what else would be even nice is adding some sesame seeds. And I have the white ones and the black ones. So sometimes I use it just based on the accent of the color. So for these, I might use the black ones or both. And I don't waste this, what fell out. I would just probably throw it on top or, use it on the next one as long as it's on the clean plate. And then what you do is, I have my little dish here and I'm going to take the dipping sauce and just put a little in there. Little dip will do ya. Little dip will do ya. Let's get these, got little goodies on here. Look at this. Maybe we could fit it right in the middle. Oh my goodness. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, I brought it up, so let's do it. Sesame seeds, these are little black ones, and I'm just going to put a couple in my hands because we'll just sprinkle a couple on top. Or you can even put it in the sauce, How do you use your sesame seeds? All right, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up here. It's not perfect. It's a little messy, but I told you that going through. The most important part is how does it taste, And for me, it's so interesting to have the idea of eating like a raw rice. So this is going to be messy, but let's give it a try. So I'm going to grab a little piece here and dippy, dippy, dippy. Cheers. Horseradish, just mild, but I can taste it. Thank you, Gina. She said it's pretty. Let's see, Jessie. Yeah, the dipping sauces would be good on anything. As soon as I finish chewing, I'm going to show you. Warning, warning, look away if you don't want to see inside my mouth. I don't know what could be in there, but there's my teeth, Nothing cracked or broke off because it's really edible. It's not raw at all. So, really good. Now, I would even use this sauce as a dipping sauce just for veggies or for anything. It's got a really nice flavor. It would be just a great salad dressing. And so my plan is to make a bunch of these for dinner, and I have some leftover salad with some beans that I just threw on top. Here's a little bit of the broccoli sprouts. I cut some apple in here. I have green beans and a some kind of power green mixture of the lettuce. There's cucumber and purple cabbage and even blueberries. I even have blueberries in this salad. I really like to add fruit to my salad instead of dressings sometimes. And, these aren't very wet fruit. This isn't very wet fruit, but what do I think of the rice? Well, okay. I think it's fabulous, actually. It's very interesting. At first, I was really unsure, but I'll just wrap up by saying another thing that I like to put on the salad is wet, like orange, lemon, grapefruit. So I'll just say that. But as far as what do I think about the rice? So I soaked it, and I thought it was kind of weird, and I wasn't sure. But I went ahead and drained it anyways. It smelled kind of different to me. Just smelled like, I don't know how rice smells, but like damp rice. If you have a wet dog, you know that smell. It doesn't smell like wet dog, but it just smelled a little bit different. And but when I tasted it, it was good. When I taste each thing separately, I feel like, okay, that's good. But man, the flavors go together so well. And I really like the sauces. And so I would do this again. I will do this again. But I think that the forbidden rice, something about the black rice, is the one that you soak. I have never heard of. It doesn't mean that I know, because I may be wrong. And if I am wrong, please comment and let me know if you're watching the replay, if you don't know live right now. But the black forbidden rice is the one that the recipe called for. And I showed this earlier, but I'll just show it again. It's not seeds, it's actual rice. So, before you got on, Jesse, I was saying that I nicked it a little bit in the food processor, and that's supposed to help with the absorption. So let me see what everybody's saying here. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So I told you what I think of the rice, and then yes, you love citrus or finely chopped apple. Ooh, finely chopped. Well, I was lazy, but I like that idea. When the more chopped we have stuff, the juicier I guess it gets. So that's kind of cool. And let's see what else. Back before I started cooking my rice like pasta, I used to soak my rice for about 24 hours. Oh, you did? Any color? And I accidentally soaked it more 2 days once. Oh, yeah. And it seemed soft. Oh, and it didn't seem soft. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I would have eaten this at the 36-hour mark, except I had a lot of family commitments and I just ran out of time. So I let it go. And actually, the first 36 hours, I soaked it on the counter. And then I thought, oh, this looks like a little, not foamy, but it just looked like a little, I don't know. And so I drained the water. I put fresh water and I put it in the refrigerator until today. And when I drained it and washed it really good, it seemed fine. And then I tasted it and I thought, well, my husband's not home to be the guinea pig. Usually if I'm not sure about a food, I'll ask him, would you be the guinea pig and try this and then tell me if your stomach hurts? And he always usually volunteers, but he wasn't here, so I did it and I feel fine. And let's see. Oh yes, I do use grapes in the salad. That's a great one. In fact, any color grapes. I like a little bit of raisins. I know sometimes that's higher density, so people don't use them, but I just sometimes will put just a little bit in, and even with the grapes. Do you guys freeze your grapes? I freeze grapes, and they're delicious for a snack in the summer or anytime. Let's see what else. Yeah. Oh, yours was on the counter for 2 days too. And did you mention what kind of rice that was that you soaked? Were you also soaking the forbidden, or did you soak a different one? And did you try it raw? I can't remember what you said now. No, you didn't try it raw? Well, yes, frozen grapes, yes. So I'm going to see if Todd would like to come and try this and get his opinion on it. What do you say, Todd? Do you want to come in and try this?
I will come in and try this.
First, have to say hi to everyone.
Hello to everybody.
This is Todd, and you can just share. Are you whole food plant-based exclusive?
Not exclusive, but
look in the camera, babe.
I did. Just looking right at it.
Okay.
Not exclusive, but working my way to it.
Yeah. So you want to try this? And
I do.
It's I don't know if you heard me, but it's a little messy because I think the way I wrapped it isn't like super tight. But let me get you some chopsticks and.
It does not smell like wet dog.
No, that's good. No, but it doesn't. It's not the same now. But when it was separated, when it was just the rice, it was like, well, here, go ahead, just smell that. Does it?
No.
Yeah, you smell that?
Yeah.
That there's a scent to it.
It is.
How do you describe that? That is the black rice
Aromatic.
scent. Really? Okay, there you have it. Not wet dog, but aromatic.
Aromatic. We'll just call it that.
So much nicer of a description. But it's good. Okay, so let me get your choppies out.
Okay.
Let's see. Is there somebody might be talking?
Let's see. Hi, Gina. Hi, Jesse. Our soaked rice guinea pig. Yeah, that's me. I am the court taster of sorts.
Okay, here are your chopsticks.
If I don't die, it's all good. It's all good.
And hopefully that one might hold a little better, but take whatever you want.
All right.
Just dip it a little bit, and yeah, it's not. Or you can use a spoon. You don't have to use a chopstick.
No,
it's a little squirrely. Let me get you a spoon because that one is a little squirrely.
Sure.
I've got cute little spoons. Do you want to use a cute little spoon? Just love little spoons. Look at this. Little flowers or birds.
Huh?
So we could take this out, and you want one more? Yes?
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay. That's another thing. Like, look, because it's kind of falling apart, I'm actually just...
Yeah, you just pour it on.
Just pour it on.
Yeah, so I don't have the discerning palate that you have. But I would say if Awesome and Amazing got married and had a baby, this would be it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Seriously?
Honest, I swear.
Wow.
It's very good.
It is really good, but I don't know.
Good.
He can, shrug his shoulders to a lot of stuff and just say,
No, I love it. I would eat like 50 of these.
Okay, well, we only have one package of nori. Oh, and
guess
he's
who's going to the store?
Wait, you have to share.
What am I sharing?
About how you feel about nori.
I'm not a nori fan. I am what do I eat? The rice paper?
Yeah, you have soy paper.
Oh, soy paper.
Grab
I'm a soy paper
them.
guy. For me, I just find nori, and this has always been the case. It's not just in this sense. I just find nori to be chewier than I would like it to be. So I typically lean in on soy paper, personally. But you can do whatever you want.
He likes these soy wraps, and for me, this is not compliant, but that's what he likes. And so for you to say that this one is so amazing,
it's really good
in the nori sheet.
And I like
that's
it all.
A win.
The sauce is really tasty. Yeah, it's all good.
Well, I'm just going to share, if you're not familiar with this, the ingredients is soybean protein, soybean flour, vegetable glycerin. I mean, it's this thick, so I'll just pick out a few things. Organic rice syrup, just soybean oil.
We could put a link to this one so you can see what's in it.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess depending on where you are, this might be something that gets you to eat more vegetables, and like some of the doctors and Chef AJ say, do the best you can with what you have or where you're at. But for me, I like this, and the ingredients is just organic nori seaweed. Ta-da! So, yeah, he's going for it. Let's see what else is going on. Anything else? Let's see. Oh, you're talking about the grapes, I think. I'm kind of going back up here. And the pasty sauce with fresh ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fresh ginger is good on anything. I don't know if you were talking about something specific, because that's really nice, Todd, to try for. Yeah.
Take one for the team.
He's a good guy. Okay, so here's a question. I don't know if you saw this. Todd, does the nori taste really?
No, does not taste fishy at all. In fact, it doesn't. I mean, I guess it's got a little bit. I don't know how to explain it other than calling it a veggie taste, but not at all fishy or like salt watery at all.
I'll take one out of the pack.
And the soy, Gina, because you said you've never heard of the soy paper for the soy wraps, is very delicate, more so than the traditional nori. So it's not as chewy.
There's 2 sheets left.
And this particular version comes in different colors, and sometimes it goes with sesame seeds on it. And but it's just a much more delicate wrap.
And I've never been a fan of this, even years ago. But to each his own. So we have them both because if that's what'll get us to be able to enjoy a meal together, I'm all for it. And this is it's separated by this plastic wrap, but
it's very fancy.
Yeah. So let's see. These soy wraps were not easy to find, Gina. I found them in a Whole Foods, in our Whole Foods, and we don't have a Whole Foods super close to us. So it was like I was out in, the bigger city and went in, and we were kind of already looking for it. We're like, oh, I found it.
But we saw these the other day in natural grocers, so they're starting to become more popular.
Natural Grocer is really only on California and Arizona. It's not really East Coast.
So for those of you not in California or Arizona, we'll have to find you a different way to purchase these.
Yeah, online, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, you can maybe put a link if
that's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, for that?
I'll do both.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I thought you were talking about the ingredients, but if they wanted to order. But this one is the one that I like. And if you don't care about it being untoasted, or I can show you the wrapper to the one, because I just finished it, that we usually get. And I'll be right back. Are there any other questions?
Let's see. Link will be helpful. I love sushi. Just always forget to make it. Thanks for being a good sport, of course. My pleasure. Jennifer makes some fantastic meals, so I'm always happy to try them. And in many cases, make an entire meal out of them. So yes, it's all good.
Yeah. And if you don't like it, you don't eat it. I mean, he's not going to, he'll really tell me, that's not for me.
This is not my thing. Yep.
So I joke with him and I'll say, he'll take like a little tiny, like a little spoonful, like this little spoonful, and he'll just, and then he'll say, oh no.
Yeah, I'm good.
And then I'll say, are you too full?
Yes.
And then we joke because he's starving.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a meal. Anyways, these are the other ones that I use. And what I noticed is this Gimme brand, they make little ones for travel, like snack, but they have other ingredients in the smaller ones. So if you are new to this and you're interested in looking at this one, make sure to check the ingredients. So this one just says organic seaweed on the bigger ones. And some of the smaller ones are flavored. So they have like, I can't even remember right now, but they have maybe, oh, hey, that's my ringer. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn that off. I will have to call the daughter back in a little bit. But at any rate, I just thought it would be fun to share because this is a really something very different and unique that for me, because I've never tried it before. And yeah, so I just thought I would share. And I guess we're going to go and make some more and have some dinner. Yes, Gina, it is Bewitched. I know, right? Yes. I love Bewitched. And when I was bedridden and I was trying to figure out what was wrong with me neurologically, a lot of outside stimulus made it worse. So like news or anything. So I spent many hours watching reruns and old Bewitched. And it was... It helped me get through it. So do you like Bewitched? Have you seen them all? I mean, I got to see the very first one. I never saw it as a kid, but anyways, let's see what she says. Yeah, Jesse said, yeah, it is. Oh yeah, right. The nose twitch. Mm-hmm. Can you do it?
No. And nobody wants to see me try.
I know. I love that show too. Well, thanks so much for logging in and being patient with me while I try to figure out this live thing and being able to share with you guys something that I thought was pretty cool. And surprisingly, I didn't ruin it by over soaking it, or it's really good. I would recommend giving it a try. So, and you know what? I would even recommend taking this and putting it on a salad. You know,
it's good.
And then just putting some of the sauces, and you could even cut up the nori and sprinkle it on. I also just will mention that I use this too, the dulse flake, a lot of times on just plain salad. Do you guys, are you familiar with this?
Of course, you're very welcome.
Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, thank you, Gina. I'm so glad you guys were able to join us, and I look forward to spending more time together here and sharing other things that I do. So I hope it was helpful. We love you guys. Take care.
Good seeing you. Thank you.
Don't forget to hit the like if you're watching the replay, or subscribe. I would love to be able to spread the word of whole food, plant-based nutrition and how it has changed my life truly. So take care.
Awesome.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.